Coach Deborah has a passion and purpose to assist young men, ages 15 to 24, to overcome obstacles and build their best lives. She wants to see every young man live out their potential. She has a master's degree in human services counseling, with a major in life coaching. More importantly, she is the mother of 3 boys, who are exceptional, educated, professional men. Coach Deborah believes it is better to train early, rather than need to fix later. She utilizes basic principles and God-led concepts. Sometimes the only thing a young man has is their credibility or their name. The actions they take are based on the decisions they make. Those decisions align with their choices and result in consequences. Coach Deborah can assist you if you are lost, floundering, or confused. Embrace the help and start building your best life today.
Happy Thursday. We made it to Thursday. Happy Thursday. Hi, Deacon Holmes. How are you today? Hi, Dan. Thank you both for tuning in. We have an exciting topic for you today. You know, it's all about reach. We have to reach out and help our young men. If they don't know that they don't know. So if we don't reach out and help them, they still won't know. So we need people to reach out and assist and to help. And this month we are talking about reaching for the right associates. That's right, reaching for the right associates, because no matter how good you are, it doesn't matter how much you try to do the right things, you have the right ethics, the goals in mind, or whatever, people can come in and completely throw you off course. So you have to be so in tune to what's going on around you and what type of people you are allowing in your space. That is essential. Not everybody that has that smile or that, hey dude, what's up? You my boy. No, those things are not true. So you have to be very, very careful. So that's what I'm going to be talking about today. Friend or foe. Friend or foe. Hi, Shonda. Thank you for tuning in. You know, you have to accept people for where they are. So if someone is not your cup of tea, you don't try to persuade them to do something else, but you know that they're not for you. And you want to be the right type of person that someone will want to be a friend. So you want to have those qualities, those characteristics that someone else would love to have in a friend. So, you know, you may have a friend and well, you think they're your friend, and as long as you can see their posts on Facebook, they're agreeing with you. But then when they're behind your back, they're throwing shade. They smile, but at the same time, they are jealous, or there's something that they don't like about you, or pretend they don't like about you anyway, just an opportunity to have that talk. We used to have a song back in the day. They smile in your face, and all the time they want to take your place, the backstabbers. Well, that's an old tune, but guess what? The backstabbers are still around today. So you have to be careful. You know, it can be hard to know who a person really is or what their intentions may be, because not everybody starts out with bad intentions. They can change for many, many reasons. The closer that you become to someone, the more they may want to be you. They see, oh, okay, this is what she about. Oh, this is what he do. Okay, I didn't know he was in all this. I thought he was just some kind of geek. He got it going on. Or their situation may change, and instead of being upfront, they don't share. They may be having personal issues. They may be living in a home where there is abuse. Their finances are shot. Their families are not doing well. Their family dynamics have changed. Maybe they were in a cohesive family, and the family has split up. and they're feeling some type way. Something may have happened and they're homeless now, or they have begun to hang around with a different group of people. So they have changed, or their circumstances have changed. And so now they feel a different way about you than they did before. So it doesn't mean, again, that they were always that way. But that is why it is important to not rush into friendships, because they say it takes so many hours to get to know someone on a social basis. About, I think it was like 20 hours maybe. And then it goes up from there. And I don't want to say the numbers wrong, but I want to say it's like maybe 80 for the next phase of friendship. Then it goes up to when you get to close friends. It's like you should know them at least 200 hours so you can get to know them, So, you may, if you're only with them for a short period of time, every time you see them, they may be happy, upbeat, all is well. But if you take that opportunity to spend more time with them, you see them when they get angry. You see them when something doesn't go their way. You see how they were acting when they're wrong. So you get to know them better. So is it someone I want in my circle or not? So you want to see those type things. And then, we have those friends that are really, really what they call the epitome of friends. Those friends that are so close that they feel like family. So on top of all of those other hours, you need to spend an additional 200 hours with them to really get to know them. So it makes a difference of who you have in your life, the amount of time you're spending with them to get to know them. Hello, Peggy. Thank you for tuning in. Glad to see you today. All right, so not, again, not everyone in our lives are in our lives forever. We know that God places some people in our lives for a reason, others for a season, and then there are others that are there for a lifetime. So a friend may be a great friend. I mean, a really, really good friend. However, if their season is over, something occurs and then they're gone. So then you can't get all, sad or like, what did I do? Maybe you didn't do anything, but your season was over to be with that person. So, I remember when I was, I guess I was still in school, so I was a teenager, but these people moved in next to us and they were of a different race, and they were the only ones in our neighborhood. But they had a little girl. She was probably about 3. I will never forget her. I wish I knew where she was. And her name was Morgan Caprice, and they called her Caprice. And her husband had named her after his ship. But she loved me so much. Every time she saw me, it's Deborah, my Deborah. And when they moved, it was like a pain. But then I found out where they moved, and then I would go over there. And they lived there for a while, and then they disappeared. And I didn't see them anymore, but I think about her often. But she was apparently in my life for a season. I didn't do anything. She didn't do anything. But I did have unconditional love for her. She didn't know that I was any different than she was. She loved me for who I was. I loved her for who she was, and everything was just wonderful. And that was that. But our time was over. So that departure was a natural occurrence. Then, the departure could have been a breakup of some sort, The relationship was based on a toxic situation. A toxic situation. So something wasn't going on. It was time to get out of that situation. You knew it wasn't good for you. So it was time to like, hey, got to get out of here. So don't feel, some kind of way all the time when you have a relationship and you enjoy the relationship, but then it ends because it could have been just for a season, or again, it could have been for a particular reason. So, you may have a friend that ends up doing something that just breaks you. I mean, you thought, hey, it was my friend. I mean, my diehard friend. I would do anything for them. I thought that they would do anything for me. And then all of a sudden, people, approach you and it's like, oh, hey, dog, what's up? You mean what's up? You're not talking, you're not saying nothing now? What are you talking about? All that stuff you had to say on Facebook. Why you not saying it now? The picture you put out there on Instagram. What? Why you don't have nothing to say now? I don't have an Instagram account, and I have not been on Facebook for 2 months. Yeah, let me show you. And you're trying to figure out, I didn't put that out there. Honestly, I didn't. But you and your friend tight. So your friend know your birthday, they know your name. So what do? They go out there and start a fake account and have people thinking that it's you, and they're saying all type of things on social media and getting people to hate you, want to fight you, want to kill you, whatever. They might pretend that you did something malicious that you didn't do. Then you might have a friend that, you thought it was your friend, but then all of a sudden they're breaking confidences, something that you told them was your deep, dark secret. And next thing you know, they're telling people about this. That's hurtful. They may steal something from you. I had someone where it was a distant relative, but I put it in the realm of family and friends, but they stole something from me. And, it's not, I thought, but they did. And, that was devastating to me. It was something that I couldn't replace. I couldn't replace it. I could have bought something similar to it, but I could not replace that thing. But it was that we were so intimate, so close. I let you all through my house, anywhere you wanted to go, whatever room you want to go in, and you decide you want to steal something from me. That was like devastating. You have people that they will borrow money from you. And excuse me, not everybody has caught on that you don't loan money. You don't loan money. You don't loan money. You don't loan money to friends. You don't loan money to family. You don't do it. You just don't do it. If you have something that you can help someone, then you help them. But if it's some of your bill money, some of your savings, some of your child's tuition, some of your trip money, you better keep it where it is. Because if you don't get it back, then that's going to cause you some issues. It's going to make you feel some kind of way. I really would like to help you, but I don't have it. Oh, but I'm going to give it back. But can you spare it? I guess is what I'm trying to say. So can you afford for them to have it and not give it back to you? So if they don't pay you back, are you going to be okay? Not if it was your child's tuition, part of your bill money, part of your vacation money. No, you're not. So you don't loan money. But anyway, so if you didn't know and you loan somebody some money and all of a sudden, they don't pay it back, and that's one thing, because they could have, ran into problems. Might have lost their job, but they stopped talking to you. They block you. You can't get in contact with them. You don't know where they live. They move. They do some everything. And so then that makes you feel like what? They did it on purpose. If something happened that, it was their intention to give it back, but they lost their job or something like that happened, or they had a medical bill they had to pay. Well, I promised to start paying you back, but this is what happened. And, I'm going to show it to you. Please, please, please forgive me. But I promise you, as soon as I pay this $1,500, I'm going to start. Is that okay? But no, they rather ghost you and not pay you. So that wasn't a friend. A friend wouldn't do you like that. Okay. So in all of those things that I have given examples of, hopefully, if any of those things or any similar things have happened to you, you've learned something from that. It was a lesson that it might have been a costly lesson, a lesson that hurt, a lesson that took you a while to get over, but yet and still it was a lesson. And some of the best experience or lessons that we can learn in life are those that we experience ourselves. So sometimes things come our way for a reason. And so we have to go ahead and bear those and just take the brunt of it. And I'm not sure if I gave you a shout out, but hello, Peggy. Thank you for tuning in. Everybody that's come in, again, we are talking about friend or foe. This month, we are talking about reaching for the right associates in our life. We want the right family members, the right social acquaintances, close friends in our circles. We don't want to just be out there and any and everybody is in our space saying and doing anything in our lives. So please come on in, like, share. Make sure you share, so we can get this information out to more people. I have a goal this year to reach thousands of new young men. So I need you helping me by sharing. So please help me out with that. But as we continue, and I'm not going to keep you long, but as we continue on this, I have a little short story I want to tell you about, sometimes things that we do, but it is essential that we get to know people. Don't make the mistake of allowing that fake smile of the exterior of someone to overshadow the interior. The kindness, the love, the hate, the jealousy, the envy, whatever it is that they got going on in the inside, the interior. Don't let this fool you. Take time to know the people. But my story is called The Big Lemon. So, Jonathan was a senior preparing to attend an expensive, prestigious college. Although he received scholarships, his family would need to subsidize him for years. And he had proven to be an ideal teenager. He was making fantastic grades. He never got into trouble. He assisted in the family business. So they decided that they would get him a car for his graduation present. His dad asked him to think about what type of car he wanted. He asked him to be practical and ensure that he made a wise choice that would last him for the long haul, because this vehicle was going to have to last him while he was in college and maybe, sometime after. So he needed to make a wise decision. Well, Jonathan searched online, looked around, and he narrowed it down to 3 vehicles that he possibly would like to have. His first choice was an American-made mid-size sedan. The second choice was a foreign small SUV. And then his third choice was a foreign crossover. So, yeah, he was good. He would tell them those 3, and if they got him one of those, he'd be satisfied. Well, one day Jonathan was on his way to school, and he was well, I can't talk. He was passing by this car lot, and he saw the sharpest looking whip he had ever seen. I mean, he was like, he almost didn't stop for the stop sign the first time he saw it. This was a fantastic metallic black, and it had flecks in the paint. There were red accents in the rims and the logo. Wow. Jonathan passed by and gloated over that car every day for 3 weeks. I mean, he checked it out. He was just hoping when I get up there, hope I have to stop. Hope I have to stop. I got to check out that car. I got to check out that car. It got so bad that even on the days that he didn't have school, he would go by that car lot just to uh, just check that car out. Oh, he thought, oh my goodness, I have to have that one. But the thing was, Jonathan never bothered to research the car. He just looked at it and knew, hey, that's the one. So he didn't research. He didn't do anything online. He didn't stop to look at it. He didn't test drive it. He didn't do anything. All he knew was he never asked for much. He had to have that car. I know I haven't given my parents any trouble. I know I've always had good grades. They never asked me to do anything, and I didn't do it. I kept up with my schoolwork, my extracurricular activities. I kept my room clean. I want that car. Well, soon Jonathan's dad asked if he had made his decision. Of course, he was like, yes, yes, sir. He told his dad, you can find it at this car lot. They got it parked over here and what it looked like, everything. So his dad just said, okay, you got any other choices? Well, I looked at, some other ones, but that's the one, Dad. That's the one. You sure this is the only one? He told him about the other ones, but that's the one, Dad. Oh, you don't even have to get me a birthday present this year. I want that one so bad. So his dad went to the car lot, looked at the car. It was a bit pricey, but again, Jonathan had always been an excellent student. He was a hardworking young man, and they thought he deserves it. Never in a million years did his dad think that Jonathan hadn't done any research on his car. He hadn't drove it, and he hadn't even really seen it close up. He just knew he had done all these things. Well, the day of the graduation, Jonathan, they were going to have a big party for him afterwards, and the next day he had orientation. So his father made arrangements to have the car delivered to the university. So they got the car, sent it on. The next day, when Jonathan got to that college, he was like, oh my. Oh, Dad, you got my whip, Dad. That's the one. He was so happy. So, his dad was there and everything, but, he didn't really go out and drive it right then because, again, he was at orientation and his family had to go and do some things. But he was super excited. When I say super excited, he was super excited. Well, one thing I failed to tell you when I started telling this story, Jonathan was 6 feet 8 inches tall young man. Well, the next day, Jonathan goes out to take this car for a spin. Oh, he is ready. Jonathan had to squeeze into the car. And when I say squeeze, he could barely move. His knees was was almost to the dashboard. His head was all the way up to the top. Shoot. He didn't care. He did not care. This was the one. But if he had told his parents, of course, his parents could have took it back right then and, traded and got something else. Maybe something real, real similar. But he just had to have that car. So he kept it. He squeezed in it and he drove around in it. So it was only like 3 weeks. No, it's 3 months later when he finally decided to go home. And then, and on top of this, he gets in his car He just does fit in it. It's a stick shift. He barely could drive a stick shift. It only got 16 miles per hour. It had a high performance engine in it. He had to put premium gas in it. He's a college student. This car had to last. My goodness. So 3 months later, there he goes, and his parents sees this car that he has bought, but it was too late to return the big lemon. It's too late. Now see all this stuff that happened because he looked at the exterior. He didn't check out the interior. Is this how you want your friendships to end up? Because Jonathan didn't have time to do any research. I didn't take the time to do any research. He made a selection based on the exterior only, and he was very disappointed. Whether he wouldn't admit it, who wants to go cramped up in a car all the time, driving a stick when you'd rather have an automatic, spending all your extra cash that you would have on gas? Not many people. So if you select friends and you don't take the time to invest to see what they're about, what kind of characteristics they have, and all of this, you will be disappointed too. Don't select your friends based on their outward appearance. You may have a big foe instead of a friend. Take the time to get to know people. That's very important. I'm going to say that again. Take the time to get to know people. Check out the character. Ensure that traits are those that you have and that you want your friends to have. Hopefully you are these and you want your friends to be these as well, but to be kind, to be honest, to be trustworthy, to love themselves, to have positive self-worth, and have a positive mindset. At a minimum, you want them to have these things. Remember, you don't want a big lemon or a foe. So be very careful when you select your associates. Thank you so much for tuning in. I hope that you enjoyed these tidbits I gave you about selecting friends. And I know not everyone on here are teenagers and young adults, but we can all take the time to select our friends, those people that we want hanging in our circle, right? So I hope this helped, and please make sure that you share. I appreciate it. Let's see, we got a comment out here. Let's see what this comment says. Okay, always make sure what you want, check it out first, and make sure it fits you just because it looks good. So don't just go on something because it looks good, but make sure that it fits you. Thank you for that comment, Dan. I appreciate it. So please join us Saturday morning at 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time for Saturday Morning Live. It's going to be a great topic, so I will look for you. Please make sure that you visit my website, www.buildyourbestlife.org. Check out our blog that comes out each Monday. Some great topics out there. Check them out. Look at our calendar of events so you can put our 4 large events on your calendar. You don't want to miss out. Also, go to the services that I offer. I can give you the information and it'll help. But if you really, really, really have some things going on, you really need assistance, you're following the wrong crowd, you're not worried about your name, your credibility, you're not focused on being a good student, you just want to do the least amount of work, mothers, you worried about them, hey, look at the services that I offer. I'm here to help, but you have to sign up. I do coaching, consultations, All you just check me out. Ask me some questions. You're not obligated for anything but call and get the information. That's the only way that you can get help is if you ask, because I am here to assist. But also I do speaking, webinar speaking, and you can also get an autographed copy of my book, Build Your Best Life. This book is basic principles to assist people in overcoming obstacles and to build your best lives. It's a great resource. It makes a great gift. Please check it out. If you like the Kindle version, you can go to Amazon.com. But for the book, just go to my website. I have the books in stock and you get your autographed copy right away. I appreciate it. So again, I look forward to seeing you Saturday, 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time for Saturday Morning Live. I appreciate you, your support, your prayers. Please continue to pray for our young men and our mothers with sons, especially our young, single moms. We appreciate all the prayers and all the support that you give. So thank you so much. As you go along your day, you may encounter a young man who has lost his way. Don't shake your head. Don't steady your pace. Stop, reach out, and give the young man a helping hand. We all need to work together to reach out so that we can assist and be there for young men. They may not have anyone else. So if you have some time, a minute, 5 minutes to just say an encouraging word or something, please reach out. And remember, building your best life is our business. That's not a slogan, it's our commitment. I love you. Be blessed. Stay safe. Hope to see you Saturday, but enjoy the rest of your day. Bye-bye.